Good day, everyone. Thank you very much for the opportunity. My name is Vanda Delima, and I am pleased to present our research titled Financial Feasibility of Pearl Lobster, Panulirus ornatus, Aquaculture, and Sustainability Assessment of Floating Net Cage Operation by the Bontang Eta Maritime Cooperative in the coastal area of Tanjung Limau. Here is the outline of my presentation. The context of the research, we start by Indonesian hold a tremendous potential for aquaculture development due to its rich marine biodiversity and vast coastal resources. And marine aquaculture play a critical role in food security, coastal livelihood diversification, and sustainable economic growth. Among the various commodities that cultivated, lobster has gained significant attention due to its high economic value and strong export potential. Especially, the pearl lobster is regarded as a premium species with increasing global demand. However, lobster aquaculture in Indonesia still faces several challenges. Most systems rely heavily on wild caught seed, and hatchery-based production is not yet fully developed, and this dependency increase cost and raises ecological concerns, particularly regarding the long-term sustainability of natural stock. Therefore, this study aims to assess both the financial feasibility and sustainability status of pearl lobster aquaculture in floating net cage. This research was conducted at floating net cage aquaculture site managed by the Bontang Eta Maritime Cooperative (BAM). The site is located in Tanjung Limau, a coastal area in North Bontang District, East Kalimantan. This study used an observational design with both quantitative and qualitative approaches. The population include active lobster farmers who are member of the BAM cooperative, along with key informants from local government and community leaders to understand regulatory and socio-cultural context. Data were collected through a semi-structured interview. For the financial analysis, was based on production and sales recap from January to April 2025. The analysis was measured using standard investment appraisal indicator. For the sustainability assessment was conducted through total sampling involving 21 respondents who play active role in various production stage. The analysis using rapid appraisal for fisheries method with multidimensional scaling using 5 dimensions, which are ecological, economic, social, institutional, and technological, which are each dimension was evaluated using 8 to 10 indicator that scored on a scale from 0 to 3 score. The level categorized in 4 levels: poor, less, enough, and good. This is for the result. Financial feasibility analysis show that the pearl lobster that operated by the BAM cooperative is financially feasible and profitable. This conclusion is supported by several investment indicators that meet established criteria for viability. This is for the result of sustainability analysis. In this guide diagram of sustainability index is illustrate the interaction among sustainability index value across 5 dimensions. And Institutional dimension scored the lowest and placing it in the poor category. In contrast, economic dimension showed the highest index, moderate, sustainable, or enough category. And the three dimension, social, ecological, and technological, is fell into the less sustainable category. That the dimension with low sustainability scores is dominate the overall assessment and positioning the sustainability index within the less sustainable category. Next, for the discussion for financial feasibility, that the pearl lobster aquaculture demonstrate that strong profitability and investment viability. The revenue, resulting in a net profit of 33.7 million rupiah. The revenue to cost ratio was 2.23, that indicating every one in a rupiah invested yield 2.23 in return, a sign of high operational efficiency. For the benefit to cost ratio was 1.23, showing that the business remained profitable even when adjusted for the time value of money. The NPV was positive over a 10-year projection, that confirming long-term financial attractiveness. Next is the IRR, exceeded the discount rate by 23 points, signaling strong investment performance. The return on investment was 34%, meaning each 1 rupiah of investment yield 1.34 in return. And the last is payback period was 2.58 years, which is short compared to the current operational lifespan of 8 years. This indicator collectively affirmed that the pearl lobster aquaculture business is financially feasible, efficient, and competitive. Next, for the discussion of sustainability index. For the economic dimension, the external support was the most influential factor, pointing to the need for financial access, seed supply, and input availability. Production capacity and market access are crucial for resilience and profitability. For social dimension, the access to extension service is a major constraint. Farmer self-reliance is generally good, but vulnerable to age, health, and technical capacity. Conflict over spatial using affect social harmony due to overlapping marine activity. For the ecological dimension, dependence on wild seed poses a risk to ecosystem. Proximity to industrial pollution area increases vulnerability. The use of chemical and medicine needs regulation to reduce environmental risks. For the technological dimension, the slow adoption of modern technology limits productivity and system resilience. For the last is institutional dimension, low stakeholder participation in policymaking, weakness governance, weak institutional support from cooperative and financial institution, and a poor implementation of zoning regulation affects spatial planning and resource use. For the conclusion, this study concludes that the pearl lobster aquaculture feasible and profitable. However, from the sustainability perspective, the business falls into the less sustainable. For the recommendation, focus on hatchery development, institutional strengthening, and greater technological adoption. Additionally, expanding extension services, enforcing integrated marine zoning policy, and encouraging inclusive participation, especially from women and youth. For the future research should assess the impact of climate change and industrial pollution on floating net cage aquaculture system, especially in area near industrial zone like Tanjung Limau. Thank you very much for your kind attention.